Yo guys, Features Gaming here, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and we are back for another episode of Fetchmas, episode 13 today. Now, I did mention in the last video how we were going to drive a bus route to transport passengers home for, Christmas, as we've been doing over the, over the previous few days. That is not actually correct, because we are actually on British Railway, because we actually need to transport the passengers from the train station to the different stops off their areas and then get a bus route from there to go home, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and drive, and we're going to drive an 801 9 coach LNER livery, even though it's FNER, it's just a bit different. And we are going to be going from we're going to be going to Avonhill, and we're going to go from the Norrington TMD to Avonhill. There's actually another one which is 1 minute earlier, and that doesn't stop at Fleetwood. Where is Fleetwood? Fleetwood is there. You know what, we'll stop at Fleetwood. It only takes an additional minute, so let's go ahead, spawn into the train, and we should be good to go. So raise the pantograph, and I think there's actually, so someone's just gone in front of us. Although it does say that we can actually go, so let's go. Okay, now it's changed, of course it has. Looks like I will be waiting here for a bit then, while we wait for trains to go ahead. I don't know where they're going though, that's the only issue. Where are they going? If I can zoom in. They are going to Ashdean, and they are going to Avonhill, so we might be behind 350, but we've got an 802 in front of us that is going to Ashdean, so I guess we better just wait until this signal clears up. Right, so we have been cleared of this signal. Now, is the next signal going to be red? Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh my days, so many trains at Norrington. This reminds me of a recent well, actually I say recent stream, not so actually recent, but where we did the Norrington loop, and I was stuck at the depot for like 15 minutes. It was honestly so crazy, and I'm kind of getting the same vibes as that right now. I hope that isn't going to be for the entire journey, to be honest, because, I don't really want to be recording for an hour and 40 minutes, which is how long that took overall. So, yeah, I just hope that we get cleared pretty quickly, although we are actually on a yellow here, so we can speed up slightly. I hope that one lane has sort of like been cleared from Norrington, and I think it has, so yeah, we should be, in theory, all right now, but we never know. We never know. Anyway, here we are approaching into Norrington, even though we just got the, speed to say that we can go 30, even though we are about to stop here. I didn't mean to press that, and we will get ready to stop. So we can see our car marker there, so let's bring it to about half braking, and let's try and not overshoot these stations. Obviously, the brakes are very different in this game to how they or to how they work in SCR, so we do need to be we do need to pay attention to that a little bit, and plus it's not like it's not a notched brake either. It's sort of like an analog one, if that makes sense. Oh, this is not actually the correct car marker we need to go to. We need to go right to the end of the platform, because I'm pretty sure our last car isn't even in the station yet. No, it isn't. So we need to go all the way over here and get ready to stop at the end of the platform. I can see it there, and obviously we can see our distance to it as well. So we'll just keep it on, minimum braking at the moment, and get ready to bring it to a stop. So wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I'll say there. There we go. Open the doors. Get the camera centered again, and load up the passengers.
This is Norrington.
This could take a while, I think it said like 32 minutes, estimated time. So obviously, that's going to be cut up. I'm not going to leave the entire journey in the video, but it could be a bit longer than usual. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's go to full and get off to Hulme Heath, which is our next stop. Right, so about a mile and a half. Well, I say a mile and a half, a mile and 1.2 miles away from Hulme Heath. So yeah, let's start bringing down the speed. Because we are obviously going max speed roughly, so let's start bringing it down. I don't know how quick the 801 does actually speed down, to be fair, so I'm going to put it on full, because I think, we should be slowing down a lot more quicker than this, especially being half a mile away as well. We just need to make sure that we don't knock it into the emergency stage either, because that is where it could, get a bit more interesting. But I think we'll go back to half, because we are actually speeding down quite nicely now. And, you know, obviously we don't want to stop too short either. And again, I can't remember the length of the Hulme Heath platforms. I think it is quite long, but I don't know exactly where our car marker is, so I need to be careful of that. So we'll bring it back to like minimal braking now. Okay, so there we go. It's well, I know it's roughly going to be at the end of the platform. I just don't know exactly where on the platform itself is, and like I said, I don't know the actual length of the platforms either. So where is it? I think it's there, so we will keep an eye on that. Although that's actually suggesting it's very different. That is suggesting it is... That's not saying it's here, is it? No, it isn't. Okay, so we'll keep going. And yeah, we can see at the end of the platform there. So let's keep going and we'll get ready to stop. So minimal braking, and we'll just edge that into a stop. There we go. Open the doors and obviously get ready to depart. I don't know what happens with them, because as far as I'm aware, our things don't collide, so I think we should be fine, but it is dependent on who gets out first and who is quicker with acceleration. I hope I don't turn his signal to red, or he doesn't turn mine to red. Well, both of us have passed it, so it's now or never. Does he speed up quicker or do I do? I mean, we're both a similar loco, so I don't actually know. But he is lagging a little bit. Look at that. I think he's going to get the better launch, but I don't know where he's actually stopping. Because I think he's doing a regional service or semi-fast service, whereas I'm doing a whatever it was. I can't remember. I remember talking on our streams that track did, that track wasn't like a proper track for the, for like fast services like I'm doing. It was a very weird conversation. I can't even remember what happened myself, but yeah, something, we were talking about that track on a British Railway stream as well earlier in the year. And we will shortly be arriving at Freston Junction, which we are actually going to be there earlier despite the despite the delay we had at the start. So I'm going to go max braking at a mile out, because I think that should be roughly enough to have us slow down enough in time. If it isn't, then we're just going to completely overshoot the station, which isn't going to be good, but that's me overestimating my chances with with the braking. It might not work for some of the smaller stations, but I think for a pretty lengthy platform like Freston Junction, it should be okay enough. So yeah, I mean, we're already down to like 60, so yeah, I think a mile out with an 802 or with an 801, sorry, is probably better. It's probably better, but I don't know the absolute latest I can break. Probably like 0.8 or something like that. That's probably, the latest you can break. But you will need to literally go max braking, because something could happen, especially like I said, with the longer platforms. You do have a bit of you do have that option. If you do brake later, then you can at least make one coach on the platform. So let's just keep going to the S-car marker and we'll get ready to brake. Bring it to a full stop when we can, which I'm going to say is not here. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop. I'm gonna say there. It's not exactly where that suggested, but oh well. That that's where I'm stopping. Right, let's close the doors and we will get going, as we have now reached our departure time. And let's get going to Leaton, which is our next station. 2.16 miles away. 110 speed limit though, so we can't go max speed, but that's still a good speed to go for this further 2 miles. And we are now near Leaton, so I'm actually going to slow down a lot more. We're basically at the same time we did last time, because I know that Leaton has some variable speed limits going into the actual station itself. So you may have seen the yellow triangle there of 35. So yeah, we do need to make sure that we do slow down to that speed before we get to that, which I think is right after here. So we have got some yellow signals though, so I really don't know if we have a yellow. Or we have a red, sorry. So let's lift off the power now and we'll just let it coast down to 35. Okay, no, it's still yellow, so that is good. But again, we do have that 35 somewhere as well, and I think it's right there as well. right there. So we are obviously at 35. We'll slow that down even further. We are going to be going on to platform 5.
We will shortly be
So there we go. That's a good speed, 31. You know, it doesn't really matter if we go like a, you know, a mile over the speed limit or something like that. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, over to the left we go, which I thought we'd actually be going onto these platforms, to be fair, but I guess not. I guess not. But anyway, let's once again get ready for the car marker. Obviously, we can see it there. And again, I don't know if this is roughly towards the end of the platform, if it is slightly, you know, shorter. So I guess we'll wait to see that. I think it is further on down the platform. I think it is actually there. So in which case, I need to start slowing down a lot more now. And I think that is actually where it is. Yeah. So we'll keep obviously letting the train slow down, and we'll bring it to a full stop. There we go. I'll say good stop for that. I mean, you can be the judge if you think... Oh, we went onto the map. You can be the judge if you think that's a good stop or not. I would say it's all right, but I'll leave that one up to you. Right, we do have a yellow signal in front of us because of another 800 or 801 coming into the station. So once that signal clears, we can obviously close the doors. We are supposed to depart anyway, so we'll just give them a few more seconds, wait for our signal to change, and then we'll close the doors. So it should clear now. No. Now it is. There we go. And let's go and get to our next station, which is Belmond Green. So max power, here we go. Obviously 35 is the speed limit. Oh yeah, I went 31, didn't I? I thought it said 30. That is my bad. That is my bad. So only 2 more stations to go now. So yeah, this hasn't actually been as long as I thought it would, to be fair, but I don't know. And we are now approaching Belmond Green. So we are currently speeding up to 90 because that is the, you know, that was the speed restriction. So we can leave this to go a bit further, although we do have some signals. So I will start half braking, but then I think when we get to about like 0.5 away, then we'll start to, you know, harshly brake. So, but we do have a single yellow, but I don't know if that is going to be good enough. And I think actually leaving this at half brake is actually all right. I just hope that it's the signals into Belmond Green. Although I do know that there is a quite shorter distance between that signal and the next one, which you can see right there, and it is indeed yellow. So yeah, I think that is just precautionary going into Belmond Green, but I'm not entirely too sure. But anyway, we'll leave it on notch 1 as we are approaching into Belmond Green. Didn't actually need to utilize the max brake at all, so I think you can let it go a lot later, to be fair. But here we go. We might need to start slowing it down a bit more now, as I think we are coming in relatively quickly. And again, I think this is roughly at the end of the platform as well. I think it's there or something, or is it? It may be that one. I think it is actually this one coming up. I mean, we've slowed down enough for it anyway. Yeah, I'll max brake it now. And even then, we still actually undershoot it by 2 meters, you know, by 2. That is not 2 meters. But anyway, we'll load up here. We're not supposed to go for about 30 seconds still, so we're actually doing all right with this, to be fair. Right, let's go ahead and close the doors, and then we'll get ready to go. Off to Fleetwood, and then obviously off to Avonhill after that. So 2 miles to Fleetwood, 80 miles an hour. It's still pretty quick, so I'll get over there and again try and have another perfect stop. And we will shortly be arriving at Fleetwood. So the speed is actually 110. I didn't see that, but obviously if we're getting close to Fleetwood, then I'm not really going to speed up. So what does that speed restriction say? 35. And again, we do have some yellow signals, so I'm going to leave this until about maybe 0.4 to start slowing down at 75. I think that's going to be, you know, an okay speed. But again, if we're going to have any reds, then we're going to be screwed, to be honest. But anyway, let's start braking now. We'll only go half, I think. I don't really think we need to utilize the max brake, to be fair. 35. Are we going to be going over to the right? No, we're going to be going over. Oh, we're just basically going to be straight on, to be fair. All right, we'll start max braking it now. Bring the speed right now. Wait for our right car marker, which is the S car marker, which is basically at the end of the platform. I know, I like how I said, you know, we shouldn't need to utilize the max brake, and then I literally utilize it. I don't know why I did that. Right, it's not that one either. It's all the way, you know, it's the one all the way down there. Even though we do have actually a 910 car marker there. So I don't really know why it didn't tell us to stop there. That is very interesting. Anyway, we'll bring the train to a stop now. We'll let it go just so we can get a perfect stop. There we go. Load up here, and then we'll be on to our next stop, which will indeed be our terminating station of Avonhill. Right, let's go ahead and close the doors, and then we can get on our way. We do have, I think it's 110 most of the way to Avonhill, so it roughly should be all right. But obviously, it's, you know, it's still quite a journey over there. So yeah, up to 110 we go, and off to Avonhill we depart. So again, I'll get over there. And hopefully we have a pretty successful stop. And I think what will probably be one of my best journeys in British Railways in terms of, you know, not actually skipping stations, speeding, all of that stuff. I think this will actually be a pretty good journey for me, to be fair. And we are now 1.1 mile away, or 1.1 miles away from Avonhill. So again, I'm going to bring this down quite drastically, because we do have, again, some pretty variable speed limits. See, like that, you know, right there is 75. Hopefully we can slow down enough in time so we don't get penalized. Yeah, there we go. But we still have a few more variable speed limits coming up. I think there's a 30 coming up soon as well. And then the actual terminating platforms are like 15. So yeah, I think that's the 30 limit there, right near the signal. So we are coming down the speed pretty nicely. There we go, 30. So we'll let the train coast in now. And then, like I said, I think further into the actual station entrance, we have 15. So we're going all the way over to the right here. All the way. Yeah, the 15 is right near the platform, you know, start. You can see those speed restrictions. Now, the question is, actually, which station are we actually going on to? We're going further right. We're going further right. And that is the 15, so we will drop the speed down to 15. There we go. And entering into Avonhill / London Waterloo. Whatever you want to call, you know, this station. Obviously, it is based off... wait, no, it's not London Waterloo. It's London Euston, sorry. Or Avonhill, whichever one you want to call it. This genuinely takes ages. You can tell I've just cut some, you know, some of the entering into the platform there, because I've literally just been doing this. You know, it hasn't really been exciting, so you know, I have obviously cut that part out. But now it is time that we do get some braking going on. We'll let the train go on a bit more. To be fair, we don't actually need to stop the train at all. You know, the buffer will just do that for us. We can actually hit the buffer in this game and it won't, you know, it won't despawn us. But there we go. That is pretty much a perfect journey, to be fair. Our score is 80. I've earned 312 points, so I've now actually got 2,000 points to my name in this game now. So obviously, route completed. It adds on an additional 20. Obviously, we got every, you know, 10 points for stopping at every station, which was 6. So we got 60 points. We didn't skip any stations. We didn't spad. We didn't ignore any AWS, and we didn't have any speeding warnings either. So there we go. Perfect score for this route in British Railways. And now the passengers can go a bit further down south and then catch their bus services to their different places. So you can probably have a good idea on what we're playing tomorrow. But apart from that, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, obviously make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe as well for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out. And as always, stay Fetchmas.